All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of DevTalks. Talk about everything engineering and technology wise with your host Travian. Man, I'm excited. Hope you guys all liked the episode last week. As I said before, I was going on a trip, so it was pre-recorded, and I just had to get it out to you guys. Had to make sure everything was out during that time, and things have changed. Some of my thoughts have changed. I learned some stuff during that trip. If you guys paid attention to one of the past episodes, I did say I was going to be running a Tesla. And yeah, tune in to this episode and we're going to talk about Teslas and figure it out and give you some of my thoughts, but not all of them because there's going to be a new episode and I'm going to talk about more on that later. So let's just dive right into it and get it over with. So, like I said, I went out there and I rented a Tesla. And one thing that I can stand by still is that a lot of the Teslas do look ugly. All right. But I picked one that looked decent. It looked good, looked all right. It was a plain white color, but it was the Model 3. And you know what happened conveniently when I returned home? An update came out about the Model 3 in the New Year's version for 2024. And I rented it because I've talked a lot of crap on Teslas and I just wanted to be able to drive them and know what I'm really working with. So, by appearance standpoint, a lot of them I still don't like the appearance of, but the Model 3 is doable. There's still the Model X and everything that looks better, but the Model 3 it's very doable. It looks clean, slick, Um, a lot going on, man. There's so much that I'm actually going to have another channel where I'm going to be uploading a vlog and talking more about some other stuff like when I review tech and things like that. That's something that I wanted to do. That's something that I wanted to talk about more and go into more depth for. Might even show my face in it. So we'll see how that goes. But that is definitely something that I wanted to do. So I don't want to give out all of my experiences just yet. Driving the Model 3, and basically having it for a few days to myself. But Tesla, on the other hand, they came up with updates, and when anything technology wise comes up with an update, we have to talk about it and really dive into what they're talking about. So first things first, the range. Oh my gosh. The range got a little boost. Got a little boost. I'm gonna talk about this more in depth, as I said, in a whole nother episode, like on my other channel. So I will get that created. I'll let you guys know and link it out once when it's available. But the range got a boost up to 423 miles. Now, I believe my current car right now with gas, I don't know on eco mode, but just on the normal standard gear shift and everything, it I can on a highway, I can probably get up to about 370 maybe. I don't know about eco or anything, but one of the things I did notice was battery life, and I could also not be realizing how much I was actually driving when I was out there. But that's something that's gonna get diving more about. But battery life on Teslas is such a big thing, and I'm gonna tell stories about my experiences about it. But I already knew, like, so we're still in a place in the world where Tesla charging is not everywhere. It's not fully super convenient. It's not at every gas station yet and things like that, but there are a lot more getting built around and stuff. So when you need to get a charge, it takes time and you have to find a place and you have to sit there and let it charge, etc., etc. So being able to get this battery and the mileage range up more is definitely a plus. That's something that they should strive for every year when their cars coming out. It should be something that should constantly increase, because that is what's going to be the kicker of the whole thing. Because if you can't do road trips and stuff in them like all day and things like that. So the more range, the better, and it becomes a blessing in that case, especially if you don't have charging stuff at home and you just need to go only outsource. So there's that. It got a little new body style. So I went out there, I saw the Model 3, and it looked decent. It looked good, I said. So this next year, I seen the photos. I'm gonna link a video of the first look from somebody that gave us a first look of the car. I'm gonna link it at the end of the video. You can watch it after the end of the video, but they just made it look so much finer. So they added some new head and tail lights, and they gave it a little facelift. So now when you look at it, even like the rims and everything, like I'm telling you, when you see it, go at the end of this video, I will have it come up on the end screen and look at the car, or just search it and look it up. I believe you should be able to find images and things about that, but it looks so much better. It looks so much better. And if they took that kind of thinking to all of their cars and made them look better, I might have a better opinion of Tesla overall. But that's not the case for them. But at the same time, I feel like they do some of that kind of style to be unique in their own standard, but it may also deal with pricing as well too. Like, of course, the cleaner looking the car, which is why the X looks cost so much or whatever. One of the reasons why, but the better looking a car is, obviously, the more sporty and things like that, it's gonna end up costing more and all that good jazz. The new car will come out with ventilation seats. So I feel like that's exactly what it says. I know a lot of people are used to cooling and heating seats in their cars. Not a lot of people, but nowadays cooling and heating seats is becoming a big thing in vehicles. It's been out for a while, but this ventilation concept, I believe, is just going to add an extra thing to get fixed when your car like breaks down or whatever. And all that jazz. It's just an extra thing that can potentially break, but it it really brings more comfort. So that's one thing. So it brings more comfort to the car, and another comfort thing is having a rear climate control display in the car. That's something that I don't think I really saw in as an option. So in the 3 days, I only had a backseat passenger once. They didn't say anything too crazy, but I believe the all the air controls were just for the front two seats, and it circulates through the car in an appropriate like fashion. So I'm thinking they're adding probably more vents to the back or whatever, and they're giving more options for each part of the car which you want it to feel like. So that's big plus on the whole comfort thing. Now, for the part that I probably will dislike about this new model, they're getting rid of the shift thing for the blinkers and changing the blinkers to buttons. Uh, I don't know. So everybody for the longest time has been using that little knob for blinkers forever. And first things first, I'm going to talk about it more in another video, but using driving a Tesla or EV car first off is a little bit tricky to really get a grasp of. Um, you got to just get used to it a little bit, and then especially if you're used to driving gas cars all the time, and then now you're taking a component out of a car and changing it that most people are used to doing. I don't know how that's going to work out really, but For me, I just don't know. It's just more of a learning curve. You keep adding more learning curves. I get Elon's trying to be different, but you're just adding more learning curves to the cars and things like that. So, I mean, that's pretty much the updates that they really gave about this new year. If it feels like for a car coming out, in my opinion, for a new car coming out for the next year's model, it's coming out with a lot of information, a lot of extra things, like a lot of new changes, I feel. So at least that's a plus. But I mean, Tesla's upgrading, and the more they get better, the more I'll probably like one. But as I said, the Model 3, I like it. Overall, it lands in a positive standard for me right now. There's a lot of things I still don't know about it because I do not own one, but personally, I quite like it. So, uh, without further ado, thank you guys. Just want to say big thank you. This is 30-second episode, and I realize I just have a lot of work to do as far as this whole podcast thing. There's not enough time in the day for to do everything. And the more stuff I keep adding on my plate, it kind of gets kind of hard to manage. So I want to try to pick some things and really dial into them and try that, or we'll see. I don't know yet. I can't be 100% sure about anything, but this is what I'm feeling. This is how I'm feeling. Hope everything's going great with you guys all. Let me know what your thoughts about this Tesla. Do you think it looks cleaner than the last versions? And then if you own a Tesla, try to convince me in the comment sections, all right? Or give me your hot takes about them. So without further ado, peace. See you guys next week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this joint. Get it out to all your friends in engineering and everything so we can have a bunch of fun. Appreciate y'all. Peace.